Alright, so this is Toppo Burn gameplay. Would have had a lot more, but I had some issues. Gameplays take, tend to be hard to come by because they take long. It really takes hours just to do one game on average, and then I'm trying to get at least 3 matches, 3 games to like showcase different aspects of the deck. The third video for this is supposed to be the win con, right, in action, but unfortunately a lot of times I was recording, the video recorder, the software I use, Camtasia, which is what I use, wasn't recording, and then that was a problem. And there was another time where I forgot to record, so that's why I wasn't recording. So I would have. So there was like so besides these 2 matches, these 2 duels, there was 4 other duels that didn't get recorded. So I spent 2 hours doing these 2 duels, and then 4 hours more doing the other duels, but the other duels didn't get recorded. So that definitely was creating problems. And of course, I was busy doing a lot of other things, which is why so far I only have 2 duels to showcase. This is nice to see, the Dark Broly in action, because there are people who play. Dark Broly is strong because of the 30k beaters and stuff. So that's the thing. He's going to double strike. Or was it single strike? Oh yeah, I asked if it was double strike, but he's no. I was going to ask if it's double strike, and I took the double because like, well, it's not a choice. It's Champa. Obviously, it's double strike. If it was a E-Supreme card, then it would have been a choice, and there's a possibility that it wouldn't be double strike. But especially if he messes up, because I know it's clearly double strike. It's a good play right now to do double strike, right? So I'm looking at the Migra. I'm like, yeah, this is pretty cool. I like the Migra in Unison, how useful that is in Dark Broly, as opposed to the Gohan or the Dark Broly Unison. So I was like, oh, I do like this Unison for the Dark Broly deck. That's pretty good. My friend plays Dark Broly, so it's like, all right, I'll let him know about this card. But that's about it. Other than that, I don't care much for this particular build. This build is not bad. I'm not saying it's bad. Obviously it's nice that he's spamming out the overwhelm strategy. It's like, all right, cool. Taking advantage of wormhole, overwhelming more than once. That is cool. So, taking advantage of, these free 30k beat sticks all in one shot. So it's like, the strategy is nice. I like it. But not that big of a deal to me. So, let's see. Let's talk about what I'm doing. Obviously, turn 1, you always want to charge a multicolor energy. Typically, I prefer to charge, obviously, Heartfelt Plead as my red-yellow energy, because I'd rather have the Wii Super combo for certain situations. Like, for example, obviously, I would like to use the Wii Super combo against that Goku right there. But since I did get another Whis, which is good. So since I got another Whis, I'll be able to do that play. But my first energy was a Whis, right? So my first energy being a Whis, would have been nice to keep it. But I think I didn't have any other multicolor other than Whis. So here goes the Whis play. So I used the minus 10k and get rid of them, which was my goal. Having the the Whis are good because obviously they count like 20k a combo power, especially against Dark Broly. So that's why it's a good match that I'm going up against Dark Broly. Because the Dark Broly already can easily get itself down to 2 life. It already will make it easy to get itself down to 2 life, so I don't have to put in that much work to get it down to 2 life for the burn play. But at the same time, be able to showcase the defensive capabilities as well as the super combo play. Because I could have put any other red yellow battle card in the deck. But I opted for the super combo because of the utility. The minus 10k helps in certain situations, and you're seeing it in action. You saw it, and I was able to use it because it was important to get rid of that Goku, because I do have a whole bunch of counter attacks in my hand, so that would have actually been a problem. You see my hand's really thick compared to my opponent. So right here, I tell him like, "Oh man, I like that Demigra," and just tell my friend about it. And I made the joke. He doesn't know you. Can't give credit if he don't know you. You got King Cookie 12 spectating. So, alright, so I'm at 3 life. My opponent's at 4. I clearly have the ability to awaken, but the whole goal is to not awaken. We all know I could have awakened when I had the Vegeta play, and that definitely would have been useful to have the leader awaken with the Vegeta effect against Dark Broly, because these effects are useful against Dark Broly, especially with my opponent's wormhole strategy. Reducing my opponent to only be able to summon once per turn obviously is a good idea to prevent multiple summoning. So you're seeing that there are tools in this deck for this particular deck strategy that I'm going up against when it comes to Dark Broly. And then of course I got the ability to, so if I might decide to take it, but we all know I could have stopped it. So I'll wait for this. And now here's a smart thing, right? Is because of the way my Flying Nimbus and my Raccoon Eraser works, is obviously always good to attack with battle cards first. So you see he's summoning multiple times, but he can only attack with one battle card in the unison. So he still has 2 attacks left. I have my Frieza's reinforcement, so I can stop 2 attacks. So obviously I take a life, play that, make a token. So checking the card's ability. Now I'm waiting, because for Mike he should be able to use his battle card's ability to get rid of my card, but then he goes on to making this play, and then he's trying to use the card he played to get rid of the token. Now it's like the token has no cost, so he can't use that card. Then he starts realizing that, oh, I should have used my 6 drops effect. True, because he forgot. It's like, well, yeah, I know you forgot. I allowed you to forget. I was aware. I looked at your effect and I realized you can use it, but you never triggered it, so there's that. And then I steal him. One of 2 things is going to happen. Either I get to use it against my opponent, or my opponent's going to waste resources to play to take this out. Ironically, I tend to draw this 1 copy of Heron's Lineage in all my matches. I just, either it's in my opening hand or I eventually draw it. So it's really good in this deck. I put it to work, especially when it forces my opponent to waste resources. So there's that. So of course, so I'm attacking, because of course the goal is to get my opponent down to 2 life. I still haven't awakened. See, now I'm setting up the play. Now you notice in my hand I don't have 3-drop hit, which I really need. I have everything else, but I don't have the 3-drop hit. And so right now I'm keeping my energy up. I think there was a misplay. Do I fix it? Yeah, I think it was misplay. Of the fact that I should. That wouldn't work either way. No, it would work. If I made it where I saved the 4 energy to Raccoon Razor and then untap my leader to use my Flying Nimbus, there's a higher chance that I will be able to survive the turn. Because I'll be able to shut down all the battle cards, and all I have to do would be to stop the two attacks. So it wouldn't be flying Nimbus. It would be Raccoon Razor, then awaken my leader to have 2 energies in order to be able to play the Freeze's army, so I can get a negate and token, so I can stop 2 attacks. So the idea is to make sure that for this whole turn, my opponent couldn't do a whole bunch of summoning stuff like that, but I didn't go that route. So, and I prefer my opponent to attack with the leader, Unison, and then Flying Nimbus. So he uses the effect because I know it'd be pointless to try to block because he has the effect and he remembers it. So it's like, all right, this is going through. So now I awaken, bang bang, and do this so I can survive that and get this, a play off. So I can tap him down, and now I still have the ability to fly Nimbus. This wouldn't be necessary if I kept my energy up 4. Because we know how close I am to burning him for game, so I should have just try to get to turn 5 with the Raccoon Razor. And if I had to untap my 2 energies, which would be okay, to awaken and untap 2 energies, and then use that to do the Bardic Raiders Warcry play or something, or use it for the reinforcement, that would have been cool. So I ended up using more resources than necessary, but this is where we at. So I think he starts dumping everything. If I'm right, he goes for game. So if I did the Raccoon thing, so yeah, I lost. I should have Raccoon Razor. That's what that's for, to get me to turn 5. And he wants credit for something, but it's like, not doing anything. Don't steal. I just like the unison, that's all. But anyway, let's see. Okay, let's try to speed this up. This is still playing. Another problem is how long matches take to start. Oops. Okay, back a little bit. All right. Yes, I watch YouTube videos. Damn, what's going on? All right. So somebody challenges me. Here we go. All right. So this is Kinko versus Toppo. All right. So there's a couple things I'm trying out when I was playing the deck. Was do I want to awaken early and take advantage of the leader's awaken effect, or not? So that tends to be a little tough. Technically, what I should be doing is awakening early, and have the Vegeta and Toppo strategy, up and running for a bit, for at least 2 turns before it no longer is useful, and then go from there. Or save it until turn turn 4 or something. Save the Vegeta and Toppo play for turn 4. So I was experimenting with different lines of play. Like, should I do this turn 2 or should I do this turn 4? Ultimately, it ends up where the best way to play the deck would be to, I prefer sooner than later, get my opponent down to 2 life, right, by turn 4, and then burn them with the leader's untap 2 energy effect, along with a hit Transcendent. The thing is, that doesn't always play out that way. And a lot of times I have to untap sooner than later. So it's like, all right, so then I have to go with the stall until turn 6 strategy. And I have to charge my energy in such a way that I will make sure that I have 2 red energies to do the to do the, well, actually, if I'm waiting for turn 6, I need 4 red energies to do the play. So I need 4 red energies and 4 yellow energies. So this is where the red yellow energy come in, because right now you see I have 1 red yellow, so I have at least 1 red energy. I would need another red yellow energy to have the minimum of 2 specified red that I need for my hit strategy. Now, depending how you want to set it up, depending on how your opponent's deck works, you can choose to. So you see, I used up my Leader's Awaken ability, which obviously will be a problem later on because of the fact that I would prefer to save it. There are times where if I could do the Leader Awaken Untap 2 Energy ability with my hit space time, I'll be able to do the burn strategy. It always sucks trying to wait a turn, right? I don't want to be like turn 3, play hit, transcendent, right? And then turn 4, try to trigger his effect. Because there's a possibility that somebody will get rid of hit. Because hit doesn't have barrier. Now, if he had barrier, that'd be different. Then I'd be like, yeah, turn 3, drop him. Then turn 4, go for the burn effect. Even if it doesn't end the duel right there and then, at least I get my opponent down to like a low life that a 25k red double strike will be, putting in some work. So that's the thing. Always trying to get your opponent to a very, very low life and then finish them off and get a chance. So right now my opponent's at 4, so I just need to do 2 more damage and then do the burn strategy. But so far you haven't seen the lightning fast hit, the 6 drop. You only see the 3 drop in my hand, so that's not a good thing because it's like, well, I need the 6 drop. Without the 6 drop, I can't do the combo. That's the thing. It's a 2-card combo, 2-card plus leader combo, right? Either I use leader on turn 4 or I stall until turn 6. So that's a thing. But we all know that once you get past 2 energy, it gets really hard to to do a lot of damage typically, but past 2 energy it definitely gets hard to defend because your opponent can afford to go wide. And if you don't have a lot of going wide like effects, that can be a problem. Ironically, I pretty much use every card except for the 3 drop, Unison, and the 4 drop. Unison, Mega Gabor. No, I think I played Mega Gabor at least once. Typically, I don't use these cards, but they're there for, what I can do with them. I just typically don't use them as much. I do use the 2-drop Vegeta more, use Toppo, Flying Nimbus, obviously the Heron's Lineage, so I do play that a lot. I do use the free negate or token negate, whatever you want to call it. You get to play that, and yeah, a couple times I did use the Kaioken Goku, play him or wipe my opponent. It comes to handy in some cases. Like for example, my opponent's board right now is, prime for me to board wipe, right? Because I have my Kaioken Goku. So I don't know if I do it in this match or was it another match I did. So we'll see. I have some red sources in my hands that I'm not interested in giving up. I want to keep the Toppo. I want to be able to combine the Toppo with the Kaioken Goku. So that's why I didn't charge any of them. But right there, I should have charged a red. I have a red yellow in my hand now. Super combo. Of course, I'd rather use that. Defensively, I got the Toppo play. So let's see, what do I give up? I give up the raccoon, and then he counters. So what's that? He goes in. They get rid of super combo. Technically, I should have got rid of the should have kept the super combo and got rid of the trunks, the 3-drop trunks unison. We kept the super combo. Attacks that good. Wasted attacks on that. Then you guys hit some type of effect with KO on Toppo. Alright, but I survived the turn, that's all that matters. Now I charge the Ken attack, try to draw into something, but I didn't get what I wanted. And turn something happened here. Yeah, I'm a little confused. I thought I ended my turn. Okay. Good. So there's that. So I cleared this board, so that's good. We all know if I didn't throw away my what's his name? My Raccoon Razor, I could, obviously use that. So I still haven't gotten my hit, which is important. It's coming at me, so I take the hits. It still didn't get the hit. I didn't even get the negate, freezes reinforcement army, which would be useful because he still has the unison and leader swing. Now he has another battle card, so he has 3 attacks now he could use. I have flying Nimbus, so if he attacks with the lead, he attacks with the unison, so it's like cool. I can go with flying Nimbus, get rid of that Heartfelt Plea, because I don't need it. Ironically, I can play Heartfelt Plea next turn. So if I survive this turn, which if I think I don't recall, but if I do survive this turn, yeah, because it's like 30k double strike, it's like okay, now I get this, and I think I'll probably do survive this if I'm right, because I think he's like 15k. Like, all right, cool. I survived this, and I'll have you set up for the play. Well, I don't have him for the actual play. Right here, I can get rid of my 3-drop trunks, which I do, which is good. I would have hated if I put anything else, and I could go for the Heartfelt Plea play, but I also have MicroRecords. So we'll see. I think I'm trying to draw my main card. I didn't draw it. I did get Raccoon's Razor, so that's something. So I could try to do the unison, my 2-drop unison plus the Raccoon Razor, which will be a slightly better play. But I went with the MicroRecords play instead. So I think I was trying to steal a blocker. Yeah, I think I was trying to steal that. I was about to attack, but then I realized, oh no, that's a bad idea. So I draw, so I get my Razor, which is nice. And I end my turn. Yeah, because it's like if I since I +1, obviously I can't use this -4 ability. So this right here wasn't a better set. Obviously the 2-drop Vegeta along with Raccoon's Razor, which is a total of 6 energy, would have been the better play since I only have 1 life left. And but ironically, I could have played Heartfelt Plea. That was an option. I could have drew 2 cards and have a 30k double strike. So that would have been nice to just hard cast him. But the better play would have been the Vegeta along with the Raccoon Razor, would have increased my survival rate. And now I finally get him, but GG. So there's the freaking card that I needed to do the burn. So I got my opponent down to 2 life. Right. See it too. Did I get him down to 3 at least? Oh no, he was still at 4. Okay. So that was wrong. I was thinking of another match then. So I wasn't able to get him down to 2, and I wasn't even able to pull off the burn, even though I met the energy requirements to at least try the strategy off. I got so much on my plate that I didn't feel like trying to get other duels that I should have had. I should have had other duels. There was 2 duels against 2 blue decks where I was going for game, but they got sealing trunks me. So it's unfortunate I don't have those duels because I would have showcased those duels. I'm like, hey, look, I got the strategy set up, ready to roll, but they had God sealing trunks, and they stopped me. But if they didn't stop me, it would have been game. So that was that. So at least you would have saw the combos, because from one of them, I was able to pull off the combo turn 4, and the other one, I was able to do it on turn 6 with 6 energy, but, I got God sealing, so I never got to finish the game off. But I was able to get him, obviously, down to 2 or 1 life. One of the matches, they were at 1 life, and another one, they were at 2 life, which is, kill range for the deck, but God sealing stopped me from finishing the game with that strategy. Went up against a deck where it was doing a lot of hand destruction, so it made it really hard to set up the strategy, because they kept hitting cards in my hand, so it really made it tough. And the leader only draws once, so it's going to be hard to deal with hand destructions when you're only drawing once. So there's that, and see another video.